Regardless, it's still really warm outside because we had those clouds overnight. We didn't get quite as cool as we typically do. We are tracking one area with low development chances. This was over central Alabama just a few days ago. And we have some changes coming to the forecast.
Good.
And good changes.
Good changes.
Good changes. Much better than what we've been dealing with.
Hopefully it won't be raining fishing.
I hope not. I don't know. I really like fishing, but I like catching them from the pond, not having them fall on me.
Oh.
Hopefully you got your fishing done this weekend because it's rainy today. You know, 61 days till the start of fall. Now, September 22nd is just a date. It's not magically going to be cooler. I'm sorry. We know this, though. We know how these things work here in the South. Something we can all agree on, though. 42 days to the start of SEC football. And then up in Troup, Meriwether, and Harris counties, we've got a few stray showers starting to pop up and filter through those areas. As we head into Monday, we're going to see much more in the way of rain. We're going to see rounds of rain and storms in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, even into overnight. If you look up, though, just to our north a little bit at the top of the screen, some drier air. Now, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll continue to see that trend that will sink closer towards our area over the weekend. High pressure nearby, that's going to be driving our forecast over the next week or so, and that's going to keep things really settled across the valley. A few wraparound showers and storms possible behind this low pressure system that's been keeping us a little bit unsettled for a few days now, and then by this evening and into tonight, we'll keep those clear skies in place. But today's dog walking forecast features Butters and Sherman. Little Sherman said, "Brother, it's going to be raining today. Mom needs to get us out on a walk early before those showers and storms come in because thunder is scary." Today's dog walking forecast does feature Scooter. He said he's ready to scoot into this drier pattern because it is much more conducive for dog walks. You know, James, we've got a really good forecast in store this week, and we deserve it because we dealt with all that rain last week.
Yeah.
Complete opposite this week, though. We've got a whole lot of dry sunshine in the forecast.
Checking all the boxes to bring us down, though.
Exactly.
Rainy days, Mondays.
Right.
Doing it with a
Always.
smile, though.
Yeah.
We have that tight rotation, so that makes us think that there is a tornado possibly back on the ground again. It lifted for a little while is what it looked like while it was cycling. We talked about that. These storms cycle and they'll lift for a little bit, maybe a few minutes, and then it's potentially they're coming back down again. So that's what we're watching with this area. Like Lauren said, this is a supercell, so it's not the typical tropical quick tornado we're used to seeing. It has been on the ground a little bit longer. This is a storm that's been on the ground potentially for a good chunk of time now. So this isn't your typical quick spin up tornado we were talking about earlier today. This has been a little bit longer tracked than we were even kind of expecting today. So this happens sometimes with these tropical systems. This actually developed just around some of those rain bands where we had some instability in the atmosphere that allowed this to form. We did have that confirmed tornado moving through Clay County. Now it's in Randolph County. Those water levels are continuing to rise. So like we were talking about that flash flooding earlier, those warnings have expired at this point. Typically the water rises really quick with flash flooding and then it recedes. It gets out of there and it's not a prolonged period. The next thing for us to watch though is the flooding along the river. All that sunshine around, definitely gonna want to grab the sunglasses if you're headed out that way. But if you're just gonna watch it from home like me, you can even do that outside because it's going to be feeling fantastic today across the valley.
Here's meteorologist Hannah Sims.
Well, we have a whole lot of sunshine over Whittlesey Boulevard on our Alpha Insurance Skycam this morning. We're going to keep that sunshine in place too. High pressure nearby, keeping things really calm across the valley. Now out to our west, we do have a couple low pressure centers and a couple cold fronts. Not really going to see that quite yet. It's not going to come through the valley really until the end of the week. In the beginning of next weekend, that's going to bring in some more dry and calm weather across the valley. Right now though, temperatures across the area in the 60s, 66 here in Columbus, 64 in Hamilton, 63 in Ladonia, 63 down in Fort Gaines. It's really mild outside though. We've got that dry air in place on our muggy meter, hanging in the greens this morning. Definitely much better than the oranges and reds we dealt with just a few days ago. So that air has continued to usher in over the past day or two, bringing back some really pleasant conditions to the forecast. For the rest of your day, we'll see a whole lot of sunshine, a few stray clouds in the afternoon and evening especially, almost exactly like what we saw yesterday. And then those temperatures are going to warm up quickly with all that sun around and those dry conditions. Those mid-80s for highs again today. No rain to mention in the forecast though. It's going to be a little bit breezy at times though. Check out these wind gusts over the next few hours. Winds blowing out of the northwest to usher in some more reinforcing dry air across the area and around 10 to 15 miles per hour for the most part for those gusts. Those winds sustained around 5 to 10 miles per hour today across the valley. The dew point trend we're going to keep that dry air in place as we head into the work week. These dry conditions that have continued to filter in over the past day or two, not going to go anywhere yet. Now, as we head into Saturday, we'll see those dew points going up just a little bit. It's not anywhere near like what we dealt with last week. Probably those yellows and oranges on the muggy meter versus the reds, but a little bit more muggy, definitely a little bit noticeable by the end of the week and into the weekend. As that continues, we'll see that rain chance going up on Saturday. Until then, though, a whole lot of dry air across the valley, no rain chances to mention, those calm weather patterns persisting. So over the next 9 days, almost a copy-paste forecast for most of the work week. A whole lot of sunshine across the valley. We'll see those sunny conditions through the middle of the week. Heading into Thursday and Friday, a few clouds across the valley. Saturday's that shot at rain. Now that's ahead of that cold front that we're tracking that's going to usher in much cooler, much drier air. We're talking lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s by the end of next weekend.